Charlie Munger is well known for his advice that the best way to become a billionaire from scratch is to save and invest your first $100,000. But how do we get there? Warren Buffett admits to learning a lot from Munger because of his unique way of thinking and strong personality, and I'm sure you will as well after watching this video. This video will reveal the 15 habits that prevent you from saving tons of money. Habit number 1 is that you don't set realistic savings goals so you know where you want to go with your finances. But then you quit because it seems impossible to reach. Yes, setting unrealistic savings goals or preventing you from actually saving money civilization can progress only when it invents the method of invention. You can progress only when you learn the method of learning. I was very fortunate to come to law school, having learned the method of learning, and nothing has served me better in my long life than continuous learning. Imagine you set a savings goal of $1,000 per month for the first time with an income of $7,000 without creating a specific plan and deadline. You want to make it big that fast, but the truth is, you need to go slowly first until it becomes natural to you and never set big goals your first time, so let's make it easy. Isn't it true that $17 a day could equal $510 per month? Charlie Munger once said that most people are too worried. They worry too much. Success means being patient but aggressive when the time comes. Habit number 2. You spend on items you think you need. Can you tell me how many times you bought an item you thought was a necessity, but ended up unused most of the time? Many people are confused about the distinction between needs and wants because of their similarities. Imagine how much money you would have saved if you had not bought that item. Charlie once said that there is no way to live an adequate life without making many mistakes. So the next time you go shopping, ask yourself first habit number 3. What are your expenses? I look at the people in my generation who were the nerds who were patient and rational, eventually did well, who lived within their income and worked at being sensible, and when they saw an opportunity, grabbed it pretty fiercely and so forth. And I believe that the Lord for the new nerds of the world. Another habit preventing you from saving is you are paying too many expenses. Is your money going out more than it is coming in? Having more expenses than income will almost certainly result in disaster and stress for you. And your money left for savings will be zero. If that is your current situation, we recommend that you first look for ways to reduce your massive expenses. Massive spending categories such as food, housing, and transportation are where you can make an impact and start saving money. This is not to say that you should ignore the smaller categories entirely, but you should prioritize cutting massive expenses first. When you are in debt, it is impossible to save a lot of money because you will need to pay off debt first instead of saving. When a bill comes up, you must take that money to pay your debt. According to Munger, once you get into debt, it is hell to get out because you have to make these payments. Create a budget list to learn where you can make cuts to pay off your debt and save at least 10%. Habit number 5. If you are having difficulty paying your debt, you do not have a side hustle, paying your high expenses and want to save a lot of money, it's time to add another source of income. If I gave you 2 options for paying off your debt and saving, it would appear impossible. What would you pick X? Except that you will be broke, or find a way to earn more money to pay it all off. If you choose to find a way to earn extra money, a side hustle is your best option. Find a way to make extra money when your full-time job isn't cutting it, whether it's by working a second job or starting your own business. You can make excuses, or you can spend those nights you'd be at home watching TV, doing something that will make you some money. The choice is yours. I constantly see people rise in life who were not the smartest or even the most diligent, but they are learning machines who go to bed every night a little wiser than they were when they woke up, and boy, does that help. Especially if you have a long run ahead of you. Habit number 6 leaves you unprepared for unexpected expenses. Emergency situations are surprisingly stressful, and you have no choice but to deal with them. Borrowing money in an emergency is even more difficult. For example, if you lose your job, lenders will be less eager to approve you for a loan or cover your bills because you have no income. This type of surprise can get you into severe debt, and once in debt, you will have to pay an extra dollar on interest, which gets you further into debt. When this happens, it will become more stressful for you to save money. Habit number 7 is that you rarely budget. If you rarely budget, you must be aware of why you can't save enough. Be consistent in your financial management, such as being active in your job or business and creating a budget that suits your current situation. Don't forget to write down the amount of your income and expenses. Making a financial plan puts you in control and will most likely help you save thousands of dollars over time. Begin budgeting now. You're not earning enough money, okay? If you don't have a debt budgeting or pleasure problem, you might be aware of this habit number 8 that prevents you from saving a lot of money. We've talked a lot about how to cut expenses, but now it's time to talk about the earning problem that most people are facing. It's much more difficult to save a lot of money when you don't make enough, right? If you're wondering how you can increase your monthly income, Munger has some suggestions. You'll succeed if you have a passion for something in which you have aptitude. For example, if Warren Buffett had gone into ballet, no one would have heard of him. Be in a position where you out-earn your living expenses and never stop growing your value, which will make it easier for you to start saving money consistently without holding back. You don't have time for your finances, according to habit number 9. Having no time with your finances increases your chances of not saving money, because if you are not tracking your expenses, how much you spent, and writing down how much you make, you will end up wondering where your money goes. Another reason for not having time is having low financial literacy. By watching videos, you will be more educated about your finances. If you want to learn for free, subscribe and browse our other videos and become financially literate today and start making better financial decisions. So how did you figure out a lot of people look at your life and, would want to emulate what you've done? Is that something that people can do? Look at someone like yourself and see your path. I mean, you're in real estate law and investing. So do you consider yourself a businessman? How would you describe what you do? Well, I don't consider myself a businessman. I think my way of thinking will work for anyone because I'm trying to be very rational and disciplined. But I don't think flitting around the various careers and going to the other fellow's professional territory and trying to outdo him and doing all kinds of things like that will work for most people. You are not participating in challenges, which is habit number 10. If you think saving is boring, think again. Make saving exciting by having a challenge with your family or friends. You'll be surprised that you'll be more productive because of the intense competition. If your family or friends are busy, do it yourself every week. Surpass your previous milestones and give yourself something you enjoy for the day. What the hell did Mozart do to screw it up and make himself miserable? He did 2 things that are guaranteed to cause a lot of misery. He overspent his income scrupulously, which is really stupid, and he was full of jealousies and resentments. You can have a lousy, unhappy life and die young if you spend your income and are full of jealousy and resentment. All you have to do is learn from Mozart. Yeah, habit number 12. You believe you don't have enough money. Most people complain that they can't save money because they don't have enough. Did you know that the more you say it, the more it will happen? Your mindset is powerful. And when combined with action, it becomes your most powerful asset. Charlie Munger once said that if you want a miserable life, make a list of events you resent and regret and blame them on the people around you. Look at the list every day and you will have a guaranteed miserable life starting today. Stop thinking you don't have money and focus your thinking on creating income streams that will give you money to save. Even if you only make $1,000 a month, that is still money, so don't complain you don't have it. If you want to save tons of money, start changing your mindset and finding ways to hit it. Because when you have a goal and a passion, you will surely achieve it. Charlie Munger is known to have a strong personality and a unique way of thinking, and you don't meal plan because food is one of the necessities we cannot live without, so it is considered one of our expenses. Do you shop for groceries on a regular or daily basis? If you shop for groceries on a daily basis, this is your problem, because you aren't meal planning, which is why you can't save money on food expenses. On Sunday, plan your meals for the week. Think about and write down how you can cook different dishes with the same ingredients. Buying in bulk allows you to save more money. If you believe that small amounts do not add up, think again. Can we become wealthy by saving $10 per week? No, but it was a start. Most people will tell you that it is too small and that you should wait until you are earning enough or have paid off your debt before starting to save $100 per week. When will that happen? After 1 year? That is too long. $10 per week is equal to $480 a year. Can you imagine yourself having that amount after 1 year? And aside from having $480 as your savings, You also have a habit of saving what you need to do next when you are earning enough. Munger stated that habit number 15 is to pay yourself last. Okay, so what is the first thing you do with your salary? How do you spend it? Do you pay your bills first and then save the rest? If that is your strategy, you are doing it incorrectly. Save 20% first, pay your bills 50% second, and spend 30% on your pleasure, and there you have it, friends. How many habits are you still doing if you got a lot of value? Do not forget to like this video and share it with your family and friends.